Hi guys, welcome to Monday. It's Monday tips and tricks. We're just having a conversation about potentially eventually turning this into Tuesday. Anyway, tips and tricks with Paulina, Tony, and Valerie. Awesome to see you guys again. If you're with us here live, comment below. It'd be awesome to see who is here. We thought today we will talk about a subject or a tip around working on your business over in your business. So we know we're all seen this or had done it ourselves before around working so much in it that we didn't really think about the strategy or the focus we need to bring to the business, and what the growth is later on, especially when we are busy. And my business mentor always used to say that when you're busy, you should be focusing on what's coming ahead rather than working in the business. But anyway, what are your guys' thoughts? Tony is on the move, so you're going to hear some really nice, interesting sounds.
No, I'm on the moves.
Nice. All right. So, Tony, let's start with you, just in case we'll lose you at some point.
Right. Yeah.
What's your tips and tricks around working on the business rather than in it?
Find time to do it. The number one, if it's an hour a week, start small. When we get into another conversation about setting good habits, is start small, build it up. But working on your business is the key to finding success and key to finding what your strategy is. If you don't have the time to work on the business, working in it is going to get more frustrating, more anxious, more pressure, more stressful. So even if it is just, waking up that little bit earlier or breaking away and say, no, I need to spend half an hour working on it. And looking at some metrics. When you're working on it, what part of it on it does that mean? That could be working out, why do you do actually what you do? During COVID and the lockdown, we had 4 weeks and a lot of people were actually looking at that. But let's go back to it. Is it every quarter? Why are you doing what you're doing? What's your purpose? Then looking at, okay, what's my sales metrics? What's my targets? What's my budget? Going through budget through March, February, March time, set up for April. What are my key targets? I know that businesses, especially in the retail sector, are very good at selling product, very good at doing what they do. These are owner operators. And then I don't know what my KPIs are. I don't know how many people I need in the shop. I don't know how many things of that widget I've got to sell. I just want to make a living.
Yeah.
So just thinking about those on it tools, those metrics, and then taking that time to actually work that out, revolutionize the decision making and your processes.
Yeah, totally agree. And for me, I always talk about runaway business, right? So when we're starting a business or when you just purchase the business, you've got this amazing ideas and you're thinking about how you're going to do it and what you're going to change. And then all of a sudden, about a year later, you realize that you're just working in the business all the time, but you completely, the business run away from you because it's just operating by itself and you kind of like a little cog within it. So I really would like to suggest every now and then, and the more often is the better, just take that helicopter view, so to speak, and just see like what Tony was saying in the way of where I'm going, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, how's my team doing it, are we providing good service to our customers, do we get feedback that is not very favorable but I'm kind of ignoring it. So please don't ignore the signs. And I was reading a book a while ago, and it said that business owner more often than not knows what's going on, but they either choose to ignore it or they're so busy with little day-to-day tasks, or maybe the task, they may be big tasks, but they're still day-to-day, that treadmill you're running on, that you can't actually attend to those issues or problems or whatever they might be. So yeah, step back, and sometimes it takes energy to pull yourself back out of the actual business and try to work on the business and see where you're going and what you're doing and how you're doing it as well. But just listen to what's going on and try to see what's going on and why it's going on. So it's quite important to step back sometimes and be the observer rather than the one that is in the boiling pot there.
Yeah, I always talk to my clients about the 1-1-1 strategy. So for me, it's like 1 hour a week, 1 hour, 1 day a month, and 1 week in a quarter, to really review where you're at, what have you achieved, and where you're going to go next, right? So the strategy, I take the strategy from a perspective of what are the critical items you need to address, right? The longer you do this, the more long-term you're pre-planning, but also it's more around like really look at the week you had, say the week or the month or the quarter you had, and what's ahead of you, right? So that you have a little bit of a plan and a focus to go. But before I do all of that, I usually ask my customers, and you've heard me, I'm sure, talk about this before, around what is your end goal? So what's your personal end goal, and how is your business going to get you there? Because a lot of the times, like you said, it's a runaway business. You start off with, I just want to make an income, right? And then 20 years later, you've got this beast and you don't know how you got to it. And you might be absolutely miserable and unhappy, like Tony said, because you're so frustrated doing all the nitty-gritty work that you don't actually know how you got there. So really, my step number one to strategy would be define what is your goal, like 5-10 years from now. What is the main thing you want to achieve? And then think about, that's the strategy, think about how the business is going to get you there. And if the business isn't getting you there, then that's a completely different conversation to be had, right? But if you choose that your business is the vehicle to get you to the goals, you then set up a strategy of how is that business going to get you there, and then you review it every week for an hour, every month for a day, and every quarter for a weekend.
I love that. And I just want to, before we finish for the day with this recording, I just want to sum up. So a word from Tony, find your why. A word from Valerie, be the observer and face on the music. And from Paulina is 1-1-1, 1 hour a day, 1 hour a week. And is it right?
Yes,
Repeat what you said.
1 hour a day, 1 day a week, and one weekend
1 day,
a quarter.
1 weekend, a quarter. Perfect.
And then if you're like, depending on how big your business is, you go and say 1 week a year, right? It's all in the relevance.
Yeah,
And
that's why you take yourself to Bali or Tahiti and you do nothing but think about your business.
totally, you have to work on it. Like, that's what my business started off as. My original business name is called Leaf Pass Limited. So you take a leaf pass out of your business to work on your business.
Very
That's
cool.
how the whole thing started. And when you remove yourself, so for that 1 hour, that's a really key thing. For that 1 hour, 1 day, one weekend, you need to do it outside the office or
Absolutely.
outside your working environment. So you can actually have the space to think about it, rather than, oh, I have to deal with it one phone call and I have to deal with that. And the other thing as well is make sure you schedule it into your calendar,
Oh,
because if
yeah.
it's not your calendar, it's not going to happen.
That's right. And I really like Tony's tip, and it's just because I'm practicing this. Wake up early and think about it. It's kind of became a little bit of a habit, but I am enjoying it. I'm waking up not because of the alarm, but I'm waking up about half an hour before, and I'm planning my day. I'm thinking what I'm going to do, and it's working really well. But hey, maybe it's not your cup of tea, but find that find that hour somewhere. And yeah, like the tip of removing yourself from premises sometimes, and maybe have no people around, and just think about it. Just think about it.
Yeah.
Well, do what I'm doing and hop in the car, go pick up the kids, because as business owners, we're always constantly thinking about it anyway.
That's right.
So
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. And I think also like we started having that little saying in our household and in our businesses about what makes your boat go faster, right? Don't know if you know the story about the boat, but like really think about like what is making your boat go faster to the end goal. And I can guarantee you, and taking an hour a week out is going to do more to the speed of your boat than working the hour in the business.
Absolutely, 100%.
well, I think from that to I guess summarize on that is what's making the boat go faster. Where's the boat heading? How many people are rowing in the right direction? versus on either side. So just making sure that so there's a whole lot of boat analogies we could do with that one.
Yeah, for sure. I'll go.
And for your business, don't even might be don't build it with old wood and make sure that it keeps afloat.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but the key thing that while you're running your boat is try and stay in it.
And also did
Or
wood out of the
better
boat.
still, on top of it.
Yes. All right. I think we're taking that boat analogy way further than I ever anticipated.
I have another
But
one.
do you want to be in the boat in the boat or on the boat? No,
Yes.
work on it.
Totally work on it. So remember, it is really important if you want your business to grow and you want your business to be sustainable for a long time. It is really important to put some focus on your business rather than in your business.
Yeah.
So, saying that, have fun, Tony, picking up the kids. And everyone, it's awesome to see you again. We will see you next Monday. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.